So right before we get into the video, I have a very special announcement that I'm going to be making at the end of this video. So if you watch this video and stay tuned to the very end, I'm going to be making a very, very special announcement. This is something really big and something that I couldn't wait to tell you guys about, and I'm finally at the liberty to do so. So if you want, you can watch this video, enjoy it, have some fun with it, and then stick around to the end to see what my very special announcement is. So with all that said, enjoy the video. Hey, what's up you guys, it's Caboose XB. I'll bring you another Injustice 2 video, and today what we're going to be doing is something that plenty of people have done online recently, and something that I've technically done before myself, and that is my character roster wish list. Now, you've seen J-Roar and Uncage have done this before, and I've technically done this as well, but I've never really done it to this extent. So I've always done character wish lists where I've listed a couple characters that I want to show up in Injustice 2. I did this way back before Injustice 2 was even a thought, and then I did this when Injustice 2 started getting a little more rumored. And now that Injustice 2 is confirmed, and we've already seen a couple of characters revealed, I felt it was the right time to make my full character roster wish list. Let's get right into it with the confirmed characters that we have for Injustice 2. Those being Superman, Batman, Supergirl, Aquaman, Gorilla Grodd, Atrocitus, Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Blue Beetle, Wonder Woman, and The Flash. Now, The Flash hasn't necessarily been revealed yet, but we know for sure that he is going to be in the game. I mean, he's all over the promotional photos for Injustice 2, and he was, of course, mentioned when they talked about the villains and heroes that are going to be among the lineup in Injustice 2 when the game was initially announced. Now, next up, I have a list of characters that are probably confirmed for Injustice 2. These are characters that aren't necessarily officially confirmed or have been revealed yet, but these are characters that have been heavily hinted at, or characters that I think are most likely going to show up in the game due to their popular demand online. So let's just get right into it. The first character that I got here is Captain Cold. Now, this is a character in which we've seen him heavily hinted at in almost every single Injustice 2 trailer, where we see the Captain Cold gun show up in the beginning of the trailer. We also see the Captain Cold gun on the official Injustice 2 shirt. Next up, I got Dr. Fate. Again, another character that's been heavily hinted at. He was also a highly requested character since Injustice Gods Among Us, and his helmet can also be seen on the Injustice 2 t-shirt. Next up, I got Red Hood. Now, this goes without saying, and I hate that I always have to do this because I seem like such a freaking fanboy, but to be honest, he is one of the most highly requested characters in the game. There is no doubt about it. Next up, I have Swamp Thing on this list. Now, I'm not just putting Swamp Thing on there for my boy J-Roar. I'm also putting him on there because this is a really highly requested character that a lot of people are asking for, and something that Ed Boon has technically teased on Twitter. Now, Ed Boon every now and then does these Twitter polls in which he asks people what they want, you know, whether he's talking about Mortal Kombat X or whatever, but he did a poll a little while back asking people which character they most want to see in Injustice 2. On that list was Swamp Thing. So they had to have had prepared for any of those characters to win, meaning that any of those characters on that poll are probably going to be in Injustice 2, Swamp Thing being one of them, and Blue Beetle being the one who won the poll and was inevitably revealed at Gamescom. Last up on the probably confirmed characters that I have here is Green Lantern. Now, I know some of you are going to say, well, what happened in Injustice 1? Hal Jordan's been captured, you know, he's put into captivity, and Kyle Rayner's dead in the comics, and all this and that. There's plenty of Green Lanterns out there, especially with the newer ones. They could put Simon Baz in there. They could put Jessica Cruz in there. There's plenty of different Green Lanterns that are out there that they could choose from. Now, with all that out of the way, let's talk about my character wish list, starting off with Katana. This is an awesome character in the comics that I'm sure most of you know because of Suicide Squad that just recently released in August. Next up, speaking of badass female characters in the DC Comics lore, Big Barda. She is the personification of female badassery. I most know this character from Superman Batman Apocalypse, the animated movie, and she is so freaking cool. I mean, speaking of the gear system, it could definitely work really well with this character. She has a lot of armor, so there's a lot of interchangeable stuff that you could do with the gear system, having Big Barda in the lineup. Next up, I got Beast Boy. This is a seriously highly requested character. A lot of people want this guy. He is a great character from the comic books, and his moveset could be so cool. You can change it to different animals and whatnot. Next up, I have Starfire, one of the last remaining Teen Titans that would show up in Injustice 2. He's also a great character from the show and from the comic books who would work well, again, with a very unique moveset. Next up, I have Firestorm. Now, Firestorm is a character that I didn't know too much about in the comic books, but I was really introduced to this character through the Flash TV series, and you can change the color palette, make him look like Deathstorm with the blue fire and things like that. That would be freaking awesome. Following up, I have Black Canary. This is, again, another seriously highly requested character for Injustice since Injustice Gods Among Us. There's a character in the Mortal Kombat series that they can definitely use a lot of moves from to help introduce Black Canary, and I believe her name is Sindel, because Sindel has a very similar power to Black Canary, being the screaming and everything like that. Next up, I have Static Shock. I mean, this dude, such an awesome character. Again, I keep saying like the same thing over and over, but I mean, these are all great characters. Knowing that he's even in the mobile game, it almost just makes sense that Static Shock should show up in Injustice 2. Next up, and this is a character that I've talked plenty about, that is Darkseid. Now, it's tough because I want Darkseid to be the main boss of Injustice 2 and to be the big bad that is impossible to beat. But at the same time, you know, you want to play as these characters. You want to step in the shoes of your favorite heroes and villains of DC Comics lore. Next up, I have Vibe on my list. Now again, this is a character I didn't know too much about from the comic books, but ever since The Flash, I started knowing more and learning more about this character and learning how fun of a character he is and how well he would work in a game like Injustice 2. Next up is a character that a lot of people are not expecting to be in the game because he's actually a part of a stage transition, and that is Black Manta. Now, this is a character I want in Injustice 2, but it seems that the chances of him showing up are kind of unlikely. We all remember what happened in Injustice Gods Among Us when Martian Manhunter was a background character for the Watchtower stage. Everyone thought there was no chance in hell that he could show up in the game, because how would it make sense when you're playing on the Watchtower stage with Martian Manhunter? Well, they made it work. They put Martian Manhunter in the game, and whenever you played the Watchtower stage, he just wasn't in the background. And hell, even if he was, all you need to do is say, well, he's a different Earth variation of the character. So if you're doing that stage transition and you're playing as Black Manta, and Black Manta is kicking the crap out of Black Manta in the stage transition, all you need to say is, well, they're from different Earths. Now, the runner-up of characters I want on my wish list is Star Sapphire. Some of you may know this character to be a Green Lantern villain. Again, with the gear system, there's a lot that you can do there, especially with all the lanterns, you know, being able to hopefully change the lantern colors and everything like that. That would be really freaking cool. And last, but certainly not least, on my wish list of characters I'd like to see in Injustice 2 is Captain Atom. This is a character you've seen every now and then in the animated series, in the comic books, and in the animated movies. And I think, my personal taste at least, every time I see the character, I want to see more. He has such a cool design. He has such interesting powers. I think he deserves a spot on Injustice 2's roster, and he is the last character in my character wish list of people I want to see in Injustice 2, and that concludes my entire character roster wish list for Injustice 2. To run it down, we have our confirmed characters: Superman, Batman, Supergirl, Aquaman, Gorilla Grodd, Atrocitus, Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Blue Beetle, Wonder Woman, and The Flash. The probably confirmed characters that I have here are Captain Cold, Dr. Fate, Red Hood, Swamp Thing, and Green Lantern. And my wish list is Katana, Big Barda, Beast Boy, Starfire, Firestorm, Black Canary, Static Shock, Darkseid, Vibe, Black Manta, Star Sapphire, and Captain Atom. With all that said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'm CaboosXPL. Please follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and like me on Facebook. Those links are in the description. Drop a like if you enjoyed, leave a comment if you have an opinion, and subscribe if you're new. Time to check out that special announcement. So as mentioned, we have a very special announcement to make for you guys. This is something that we have been waiting to tell everyone about, but we haven't been at the liberty to do so just yet, and now we finally are. Right before we get to that announcement, though, I think you have a very small announcement to make yourself.
Yeah, I got a really small one. I'm so pumped for today to announce this to the fans, but I've upped my game finally, and my name is going to be Ender the Answer on the show going forward.
Right.
So no more Ender. I had to be cool like Caboose XPL. I had to have something nice and flowing good, so it's going to be Ender the Answer going forward.
That's right. And to be honest, the small announcement that you're making here actually has some connective tissue to the announcement that we're going to make, and I'm sure some of you guys can sort of guess what's going on with all this Xbox stuff that we got.
And us teasing it the last week or so.
That's right. Yeah. And the announcement is that me and my brother here have been a part of a web show on Xbox Canada known as Xbox All for One.
Thrilling experience for us. The people at Xbox Canada were wonderful. Great people there to work with. We were so fortunate, so happy to get this opportunity. We had a lot of fun doing it.
Absolutely. The Xbox Canada crew were so great to us. It felt like a family. We had so much fun on set. Lots of banter back and forth between me and you. And it was just an absolute blast.
If you really want to see some funny stuff, check out our social media platforms. You'll see me and Caboose getting our makeup done before the show. Yep. So your eyebrow game was tight.
My eyebrow game was on point. But if you'd like to see some more behind-the-scenes stuff, you can also check that out. The links for that for our social media platforms will be in the description box below. Now, if you'd like to check out our segment on Xbox All for One, you can also check that out. The link for it will be in the description box, as well as annotated on the screen. With all that said, I'm Caboose XBL.
I'm Ender the Answer.
See you guys later.